Okay. Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Madhav Rajan. I'm the Dean of Chicago Booth and also the George Shultz Professor of Accounting. This crowd is probably old enough to know who George Shultz is. The current MBAs have no clue who I'm talking about. Um, so, on behalf of the school, I'm just thrilled to invite you all here to the 2025 Stigler Center Antitrust and Competition Conference. Deeply appreciative of all the speakers and panelists. I know many of you have come here from all over the world, brave souls. Um, Special thanks to our keynote speakers. We have, Thierry Breton, former commissioner for internal markets for the EU, Andrew Ferguson, chairman of the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, and John Ioannidis, professor of medicine, epidemiology, and population health at Stanford. And finally, my thanks to the organizers who, from the Stigler Center, who put together, as always, a fantastic program. I saw Luigi's email yesterday, and since this is a Stigler event, let me say that I'm not getting paid to do this intro. Um, this isn't a disclaimer, more like a complaint. So let me leave it at that. Uh, the Stigler Center, I think, is a truly great Chicago institution, and it's been around for almost 50 years, dedicated to understanding issues at the intersection of politics and the economy. The center is named for George Stigler, who was a faculty member at Chicago GSB, and the first business school faculty member, I think, to ever win the Nobel Prize in economics. Um, and he made seminal contributions to the economic theory of information and market power and the economic analysis of government regulation. And in keeping with that, the center brings together on a sort of a periodic basis scholars from around the world to look at political economy issues, right? Global antitrust and competition, corporate governance, corruption, the role of the state, the role of the media, and the connections between democracy and capitalism. And the center has also done a lot to keep alive and sustaining the notion of, quote, Chicago economics, which is that we view economic theory as a powerful tool for understanding the world and providing an appreciation for the role of the private markets in promoting human welfare. And we're just really fortunate to have the leadership of the inimitable Luigi at the Stigler Center. And he's done so much to engage with the wider community over the last several years through the pro market publication, the Capitalism podcast, our journalist in residence program, which has been super successful, affiliate fellowships, and lots of other programming and outreach. And they've had huge impact. You always worry about academic centers, whether they're too inwardly focused. With Stigler, that's literally not the case. The 2019 final report from the Committee on Digital Platforms has been cited in tons of congressional, federal regulatory reports, presidential reports, and in academic publications. And Pro Market as well is widely read and has been used in dozens of courses. So we're very thankful to Luigi for doing that. And this conference has become a huge event. It's one of the most prominent convenings on issues of market power, brings together regulators, academics, and people from industry and legal scholars as well to debate these issues. This year's conference titled Economic Concentration in the Marketplace of Ideas will explore whether increased market concentration negatively affects our marketplace of ideas, academia, about which there's been a lot of question, use and information production and dissemination, and what can we do about all of it. And over the next 2 days, the panels will cover kind of the historic evolution of media concentration, the inner workings of AI systems in the digital public sphere, and academic independence, among many other topics. Um, Before we begin, I thought, since you have a captive audience, give you a brief update on some of the great things going on at Booth, if that's okay. Well, or even if it's not okay, I'm going to do it. I think, one of the great things about this place is that, because I came to this place as a complete outsider, one of the great things is the aspirations are about as high as they can be. And that's to be the best social science research institution in the world. And we are very fortunate that we have the resources to make significant investments in faculty and support to kind of make that happen. We have about 150 tenure line faculty at Booth, and the caliber is sort of spectacular. I often just go through the website just to kind of look at it. And we have 8 academic groups, and I think it's fair to say that 5 of them are literally the best in the world. I've been dean long enough to know that I'll never name which 5, but um, I think it's just fantastic. And obviously, we have amazing senior faculty. I think we still, and I can say that because Taylor retires in June, we still have 4 active Nobel Prize winners on the business school faculty, which is incredible. Um, and it's true for our younger faculty as well. In the last couple of years, we've had 3 junior faculty win Sloan Research Fellowships. The interesting thing about that is that they're all from different groups. one from finance, one from macroeconomics, and one from behavioral science. I think it's pretty amazing. One of our faculty, Veronica Rokova, won the award given to the top statistician in the world under the age of 40 this past year. And the Financial Times recently named us the top school for producing research, the greatest impact on management. And honestly, I think the stuff that Stigler does was a big part of that. So thank you for that, Luigi. We're also a very global school in every way possible, and we've made investments physically. We have campuses not just in Chicago here and in Hyde Park, but also in London and Hong Kong. And we've been, I think, very innovative relative to just about any place or on any kind of absolute level. We have a lot of new initiatives that faculty come up with that if they catch on, kind of we get money for them and they become centers. So we have a Center for Applied AI we started a few years ago, which is doing fantastic work to transform our understanding of machine learning and AI, and how can you apply it actually to business and science and social policy. And this year, we're starting actually a new faculty group, not subsumed by any of the other academic areas, on faculty doing applied AI. So this is one of these brave experiments that get beats fired. So we'll see how it goes. We started a healthcare initiative a few years ago, which is now going to become a center. And we have two new initiatives, one on family offices that Steve Kaplan and John Heaton are going to run, and the other on arts and creative enterprise that one of our faculty in behavioral sciences is running. So lots of innovation going on. We also started this year 2 new master's programs, which are our first new degree programs in 90 years, right? We've only ever done the MBA in addition to the PhD. We started a 1-year master's in management for students who come from humanities or STEM backgrounds who want to sort of learn about business before they get their first job, and a 16-month master's in finance program for students who want from undergrad to go straight into finance. And both have been amazing. We've had great students. And the finance program was, we had a great gift from Cliff Asness and John Liu, the AQR founders who are our alums, to support that. We're probably going to launch a global version of the master's program by having them spend like a quarter in London this coming year. So that's underway. With the university, I'll just say one thing quickly. We do a lot of joint degrees with them. We have a 3-year JD MBA, which has become highly popular. But our biggest collaboration is in about 6 years ago, we started teaching undergrads, which we've never done. And that business economics program has become in 6 years from 0 to the #1 major in the college, right? Over a quarter of the students now do that. So it's kind of been a fantastic achievement. I think Chicago is the only place where you can actually do that kind of stuff. It's been great. So let me kind of go back and say, the mission of the school is the same as it's been for the last 127 years now. And that's to produce knowledge with enduring impact and educate and influence current and future leaders. And we're fortunate to be in an amazing institution, the University of Chicago, which has a celebrated history and a great record of scholarly achievement, but also a unique culture, which really emphasizes a relentless pursuit of truth by a vigorous debate, belief in the fundamental power of ideas, and a strong belief, again, in academic freedom and freedom of expression. And that spirit of debate, I think, it's just something that pervades the university, and Chicago both too. I think this conference is really a testament to that spirit. So thank you again for being here, and I'm sure you'll find the discussions thought-provoking and enriching. Thank you again, Luigi, for having me.